Hello and welcome to the Royal House Reloaded. I am the King, the one who reigns supreme, and this is Let Us Talk with King, the podcast. Thank you so much for choosing to listen to my podcast. To my day ones, the royal family, thank you so much for the love and support. I know I haven't been keeping to the schedule that I've planned before, but I have been busy. And to everyone who's new, thank you so much for choosing to listen to this podcast right here on the Royal House Reloaded. To be part of the royal family, please do subscribe, like, and follow my content on Instagram. I am at Kiing_no.1. That's at King_1. This is a space where we can talk about anything that's everything under the sky, but my content is based on my expression as a young black LGBTQIA person. So I am speaking and expressing the thoughts of and opinions rather of the LGBTQIA plus community, the youth and the black people. So please do enjoy. Take these conversations to your spaces, whether you're at school, whether you're at work. Let's start having those conversations. So thank you so much for choosing to listen. Please do comment down below and tell me what do you think about my content and everything I've said on today's topic. And please do hit the bell button so that you can get notification for whenever I put out content. Again, this is the Royal House Reloaded. I am the King, the one who reigns supreme. Let us talk with King, the podcast. Enjoy. So today we're talking men and depression, and this is a very relevant topic, a topic that's very serious and a topic that's very close to my heart because I myself in 2019 was diagnosed with depression, and in 2021 South Africa ranked number 3 in the world with men dying from committing suicide. Yes, number 3 in the world. And it's a topic that's very serious because we've seen many prominent figures speaking out about their mental health issues and some of them committing suicide, and we all know that suicide is one of the signs of mental health issues. And it's a topic that's very relevant, especially to the black community, because I feel as though we don't speak about depression because we don't believe that black people can be affected by this illness. But yes, this illness is for everyone. It's for the young, the old, the white, and the black, and yes, the black men too. And when I did my research and a bit of digging, I got to an understanding, or I got to the roots of the cause of mental health issues. And we know that some of the mental issues can be inherited, some of them can be because of past traumas. But through the conversations I was having in my research, I got to an understanding that the reason of so many men suffering, and I'm saying men because today we're talking men and mental health, and the reason why so many men suffer from mental health issues is because of the society. And when I speak of the society, I speak of our homes, I speak of the environment we are raised in, so that is our community and our families and church maybe and schools. And the circles now that we find ourselves in when we are all grown men. The society has engraved in young boys' heads that being a man is a star that they should shoot for. Now, what I'm trying to say is that when young boys do good, we applaud them and say, you are already a man. You're already a man, so don't go to the initiation school. We engrave in their heads that being a man is something to idolize or something to work towards becoming. And we forget that eventually they're going to be men. Because from being a boy, they're going to be teenagers. From being a teenager, they're going to be young men. And eventually be men, And in their heads, because of the praises and us applauding them when they do good, when young boys do good, they understand that being a man comes with so much power and so much privilege. And that's true. But we don't tell them of the responsibilities that come with being a man. That a man needs to work and sustain his family. The man needs to protect and be the head of the family. And we don't tell them of the restrictions that they come with being a man. Young boys are taught indoda aikali, and we are restricting them from expression of emotions. And in my understanding, an expression of emotions helps to prevent future damages. If you don't express how you feel, it piles up and piles up and piles up and piles up. And then when it blows up, it creates a mess that will harm not only you, the person who suppressed their emotions, but the people around you. We tell young boys, men don't cry. We tell young boys to go and fight when they come back inside the house crying. That's what we're teaching young men. Don't express your emotions, and the only way to resolve conflict is by fighting. And I do feel that the system has made the society be hard on men. And particularly black men. Black men have a history of men who have been broken by the system. And that created this ripple effect that kept on killing young men's vision and brains and the human in the young men because of the past traumas that were felt and experienced by the great-grandparents, their parents, and now by them. And they're teaching the young boys how to become this ideal man that will be respected and accepted in the society. And when these young men grow up now, because remember, we applaud them for going to the shop and coming back in record time and told them, we applaud them for taking their first steps, and we engrave them in their heads that you are a man, or you are going to be a man. If you keep on doing like this, you're going to be a man. We've made being a man to young boys this award that they work towards obtaining. And when they grow up, they get to understand that, nope, this is a scam. This man thing is actually a scam. Because if they don't have money, if they don't have cars, if they don't have connections, if they don't have women, and if they can't maintain this woman and the lifestyle, if they don't have one of these things, then we regard them less of a man. And this results to the rejection and the mistreatment we give them. It all results to how they treat women, how they treat each other, and how they treat young girls. And I'm not by any way and any means applauding gender-based violence and the ill doings that are done by men in the society. No. I'm not doing that. But I'm trying to find the problem and for us to work together in aiding this problem. We see men who are in political power taking away from the needy because they want to sustain their homes. They want to sustain the lifestyle they live. They want to sustain the woman that they have. And if they don't have that money, we regard them less of a man. They're taking away from the needy. Men take forcefully from women. Men beat up women because all of these things now make them men. If he doesn't have money, he's going to beat up a woman. Because him not having money made that woman think or say that he's less of a man, or the society at large treat him less of a man. All right? And so he feels like raping her when she says no and when she's powerless, that will make him man enough. Gender-based violence is an act of broken man's brain. A man who's suffering from mental health issues. No one who's normal will feel powerful or like a man by raping a woman or another man or a young child. That is a sign of a mental health issue. He's not normal. And again, I'm not in any way trying to condone or condoning gender-based violence or ill doings done by men. But we as a society too, I feel as though we do have some sort of impact in how the world has become. And it's all because of what we have taught young boys growing up. And I think we should start being a generation that put ourselves in other people's shoes, men too, and try to understand what is wrong. Because men too, like anyone, have inherited past traumas. They have their own personal experiences that have traumatized them growing up. And because they were unable to express all of these emotions because of what the society has told them. Because remember, if you're a man and you're crying, we laugh at you and we say you're weak. If you are a man and you don't have money, then you are not man enough. You know? And all those things that we do trigger all the emotions that were not released or expressed, and they create this ball of anger, you know. And this ball of anger, when it explodes, it doesn't only affect the man but the people around him too. And we need to start right now being a society that allow men to be human too, and men should allow themselves to be human too and express their feelings, express their thoughts, and express their opinions, because we're living in the 21st century, in a fourth industrial era. That's where we're living in. And so it's okay for a man to cry now. Now it's okay for a man to be vulnerable or weak or soft. It's okay for men to fall and make mistakes because they're human too. We need to be a system and a generation that allows people to be people before we attach the labels we attach to them, before we say you're a man, you're a woman, you know? And this is what you need to do, and this is how you need to act. We need to say, okay, you're human. This is how you feel. If you feel like crying, cry. I'm here for you, and I understand what you're going through. You know, we need to start being the generation that makes it okay for men to express how they feel. And men need to understand that mental health issues is not a sign of weakness. You are human too, and as I said at the beginning of this, no one is immune from depression, insomnia, anxiety, and all the other mental health issues. And it doesn't make you be less of a man because now you have these mental health issues. Speak out, express how you feel, express your thoughts, express your opinions, because with expression you're not only helping yourself but the next person too. By expressing how you feel and your story and sharing your story, you're helping someone else who hasn't shared their story feel comfortable enough to share their own story too. And that is why I'm doing this. So I do hope wherever you're listening, go out and share this. Go out and be that human who allows a human to be human first before you see the gender, before you see the sex of this person. Know that this person is a human just like you. And if you can suffer from depression, if your sister can suffer from depression, or if Rick can suffer from depression, that person can suffer from depression too. And let's allow people to express themselves. Lend an ear. Tell them it's okay, or it's gonna be okay. Don't laugh at men who cry. And not having money or falling or failing doesn't make you less of a man. So please go out to the world and spread the word. From myself, the King you all love, this is Let Us Talk with King, the podcast, right here on the Royal House Reloaded. Goodbye and God bless.